in the Bible. People say, oh, there's only one. That mindset is going to mess you up immensely if you continue with it. Gospel simply means good news. There's more than one message of good news in the Bible, but there's only one by which sinners can be saved and put in the body of Christ in the age of grace, and that's the gospel Paul received by revelation of Jesus Christ. I'll prove it to you. If there's not more than one gospel, that means, first of all, the angel that God's going to send to preach to the world in the Great Tribulation is accursed. In Revelation 14, verse 6 and 7, I saw another angel fly in the midst of heaven, having the everlasting gospel to preach to them that dwell on the earth, to every nation, kindred, tongue, and people, saying with a loud voice, Fear God, give glory to Him, for the hour's judgment has come. Worship Him that made heaven and earth, sea, and fountains of waters. The hour's judgment's come, yet we're living in the day of salvation, the age of grace. That's a different ministry. This angel is sent from God. If there's only one gospel that's to be preached in the whole Bible, then this angel is accursed, because that's not the gospel Paul preached, is it? Now, Paul believed all that, but that's not the gospel of the grace of God. But the reason why this angel can come and preach that, because he's not preaching it in this dispensation. Secondly, if there's not more than one gospel in the Bible, that means the apostles were lost during the earthly ministry of Christ. Because Paul said, if our gospel be hid, it's hid to them that are lost. Well, guess what? In Luke 18:31, Jesus took unto him the 12 and said unto them, Behold, we go to Jerusalem. All things that are written by the prophets concerning the Son of Man shall be accomplished. He shall be delivered unto the Gentiles, shall be mocked, spitefully entreated, spitted on. They shall scourge him, put him to death, and the third day he shall rise again. And they understood none of these things. This saying was what? It was hid from them. They couldn't know it if they wanted to, because it was not revealed yet. Neither knew they the things that were spoken. Paul said, if our gospel be hid, it's hid to them that are lost. What was Paul's gospel? The death, burial, and resurrection of Christ. It was hid from them. Does that mean they were lost? No, they had believed the gospel of the kingdom. And the worst thing of all, when you say there's not more than one gospel in the Bible, you make Christ to be in error. Because in Matthew 24, He said, this gospel of the kingdom shall be preached in all the world for a witness to all nations, then the end shall come. And Paul said in Colossians 1:6, concerning the gospel, it's come unto you as it is in all the world, and bringeth forth fruit, as it does also in you since the day you heard and knew the grace of God in truth. Did the gospel Paul preached go in all the world in the first century? Yeah, and here we are in 2023, and the end still hasn't come. But Jesus said when the gospel of the kingdom goes in all the world, the end comes. In the 70th week of Daniel, the gospel of the kingdom will be preached in all the world by the 144,000, and then the end comes. Different message.